Hello everybody, hello traders. Welcome to the very first Trading Made Easy free strategy video. We decided to make this video for you, especially for non-members who aren't part of our active Telegram Signals channel, nor have access to any of our strategy courses and videos. So we just want to show you here some form of strategy that we're starting to use. Our admins are going to start using in the channel to provide signal. This is a very powerful strategy. So just to give you an example, how powerful the strategy that our admins have been developed throughout the years are. And without further ado, let's jump into it. I'm going to cover Forex, exchange-based binary options, and offshore binary options all in this video. So basically, I'm going to show the actual strategy, what we're looking at, the indicators and everything. And then I'm going to show you example of how to take it if you do Forex, if you do exchange-based binary options, or offshore binary option, expiration times, and all that. So without further ado, let's jump into it. So like any other strategy that we're using that deals with currency pairs, we are going to focus on the Euro-USD pair. The Euro-USD, this is a TradingView chart. TradingView chart, we found it pretty accurate. I mean, the most accurate charting software are TradingView and Thinkorswim. The thing with Thinkorswim is that if you don't have a real account, then the data is going to be delayed for like 15 minutes, which basically sucks because you can't do any live trading with it or rely on these charts. So basically, TradingView, and for just to disclose it, we're not affiliated with them. You can create a free account with them. We have no connection whatsoever, not to TradingView or Thinkorswim or any other broker or exchange in the world, basically. So we might mention names here, but we're not affiliated or have any business connection to. So that's important for you to know that in advance. So basically, we're using the TradingView and TradingView.com, and we're just going to show you it on the screen. Euro-USD will be our example in this case. We're going to use the 5-minute chart and regular candlestick. So this is how you want your chart to look. The only indicator that we're going to add is called momentum. So we basically call it the Forex Momentum Strategy, not something very fancy or something like that. We are dealing with reversal based on momentum, and I'll show you in a second what I mean. So in order to add an indicator here that will open in a new window and not on the chart, you click on the indicators in the upper menu and just type momentum, exit it, and it will open you this nice indicator here. So as you can see, it says momentum 10. So 10 is the value. We're not touching it. We're just leaving it as it is. It's enough for what we're trying to achieve here. So that's what your chart should look like when you start trading this strategy. So once you have everything set up, the next step is to find the actual setup. So what we're going to do is to find, I'll start with the buy setup. So we're going to start with to find a lower lows in the chart, which is basically a red candle followed by a green candle. So it's like steps. If you look at this move from 3 a.m. to 7 a.m. on May 16, you'll see that we have some form of steps. You have here, and you have one step here, and then here, and here, and here, right? So these steps are called lower lows, okay? So what we're going to do is we want to find a step, like a lower low, Okay, so, and we're gonna draw it. So let's say, and we're gonna draw a line from the very, very lowest point of this. Okay, not from the closing and the opening of the candle, but from the lowest price of this formation. So in this case, it's gonna be the lower wick here. And then next we have the lower, this step here. So once you've found your steps, your lower lows, you just need to wait for the price action to break the lower low and then come back above it. Okay, so in this example, we just had a break towards the downside in the above in the upper low here. We just had a break to the downside, but the price didn't, climb and break it again to the upside. So this is not a good example. But if you look at the second step here, we had a break towards the downside, and then 2 candles later, we had a break towards the upside again. Okay, so this might be a good setup for us to trade. Now, it's not enough. Okay, we have one more step to go over, and the one more step is the of course the momentum. Okay, so the momentum, we are basically going to look at one level here. We're going to look at the 0 level. Okay, so anything that is below the level tells us that it's basically had a slow momentum, not really happening so much. But once the momentum crosses above the 0 line, it tells us that, okay, things are going to start picking up. Okay, so you might want to be ready. That's basically what it's going to tell you. And once we found this setup and cross, then we're going to wait for the basically for the momentum indicator to cross above the 0 line to make an entry. Okay, and this is a long-term strategy here. So I'm going to show you now 3 different entries and possible entries that might gives us some good results. So this will be our arrow up and our entry. Okay, the entry will be on this candle closed. Okay, so the strike will be 1.1794. Okay, that will be our entry, the closing price here. That will be our entry. I'm gonna start with Forex. Okay, so Forex, once you have everything lined up for you, all you need to do is just to set the stop loss and take profit, right? So this is about, usually it will move. It requires some movement and some room to spare. So what I love to do is basically to give it anywhere from 25 pip stop loss and 30 pip or 25 pip take profit. So it's going to be a 1-to-1. Okay, but there is a great idea for why it's 1-to-1. I'll show you. There is a scenario that's called trailing stop. So let's first do and place our stop loss value and then take profit, and then we'll go from there. So let's say 25 pips. So basically it's can do even 30, I believe. Yeah, let's do the 600. Okay, let's do the 600. That will be our stop, and then it's almost 330, so we can take it to, let's put it at 300. Okay, okay, so now we have the risk. Now we have the risk. and the reward. This is for Forex, okay? So we entered the buy here. The market started to go down, created lower lows, almost touched the stop, and then started to reverse. Okay? Now, you can see that the entry was 1.1794, and the take profit is 1.18300. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna trail the stop halfway. Okay? Basically, so from here to here, halfway is going to be somewhere in the middle here, at around 150. So we're going to add another take profit order here. And then basically we're going to get out halfway, half of the position, leave half of the value still running, and then let it go to the other take profit. So let's see what happened here. So the market started to go down and then reversed, went up, hit our first take profit. We are getting out with half of the position. Let's say you open 100,000 lots. So you take 50,000 out and you have left with 50,000, okay? But what we're gonna do next is to move the stop to the entry point. So in this scenario, what is going to happen is that you hit the take profit, the first one, the halfway, you got your profit, and then when you when you move your stop to the entry point, in case that the market is reversing on you, you've been stopped out with zero loss, but with half of the profit. So that's exactly what happened here. The market went up, came back down, and touched the back to the entry price. Touch it, we moved the stop to this value, we got out, no loss, half of the profit, you're golden. Okay, that's how you kind of, not really scalping, but working properly with the money management technique, which we actually posted a blog post a couple of days ago that talk about this issue. So money management is everything. This is how you control your wins and losses. That's how you, even if the market is reversing on you or moving sideways, that's how you can take half of the profit. Don't get greedy. Get out of the trade with half of the profit and move to the next one. You're gonna get a lot of setups in this scenario, and I'm gonna show you right now another scenario that with Forex, if we're still here. So basically after we stopped out, okay, we're gonna clear everything here. We stopped out, we're looking for another scenario. So we have another step here. We have another lower low here, okay? The lower low here, the market started to go down, broke towards the upside. At the same time, the momentum broke towards the upside. Here you have another buy signal, okay? The buy signal, it's 920 here. 920, it's right by the same strike, more or less. So it's gonna be still 600 on the stop. We can even put 620, so it will be a round number. So 620, that's basically 30 pips. So it's going to be, again, 30 pips towards the upside. So 30, that's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's go again to 300. That's fine. So it will be a little more than 1 to 1. Okay. So that's the risk still. That's the reward still. And let's see what happens. So the market started to go up. Okay, started to go up. Halfway, we're taking out half of the value of the position. We're gonna get out. That will be our first take profit. What we're gonna do next, we're gonna move the stop to the entry point. Okay, let's see what happened. The market started to kind of come back down. Didn't really touch yet the 920 entry. Consolidating a little bit. Let's see what happens next. Moving sideways and whoop. Got our second take profit. Everything is out. You got the full profit. You moved your stop to break even. Not really break even. You moved the stop to no loss with half of the value out in profit. And then the second take profit hit. And then you got the full 35 pips profit. So that's for Forex with the momentum strategy. I'm going to show you now how you do it with exchange-based binary options before we move into the offshore binary options. So we're going to go to the same strike. Okay, the first strike that we had was here. That was the first step, and then the market came down, broke above it, and then here the momentum came up here. So basically this will be again our entry that was here. The strike is 1.19794. This is a long-term strategy, so you want to go no less than 2 hours. So I would say if it's the timestamp is 7:20 in the morning, so your nearest will be probably 10 a.m. And if you wanna, you can do also a daily strike for 3 p.m. Don't go with 11. So go, if you do 2 hours or 3 hours, go with the 10 a.m. No more than, I would say no more than 3 hours. And if you go with daily strikes, so you can go with the nearest end of day. So it's going to be the 3 p.m. Let's see what happened in both scenarios. We're looking for an 8 at the money strikes. So anywhere you want to buy between $40 to $60 per strike. Per contract. So let's see what happened. We open our buy signal here going to 10 a.m. The market started to go down, dipped here, came back up, and then at 10 a.m., which was here, it closed around 5 points above our entry. So this is our in the money strike, okay? That was a in the money trade, not strike. So we entered here, it closed here at expiration. If you want, you could have set a take profit, a TP at $90 to get you out if you didn't want to go all the way to expiration, which is most of the time, all the time the smartest thing to do. So the take profit at 90 probably hit this high, okay, like more than 10 pips above the entry. So you could have been golden here to get out at 90, or if you had 2 contracts, you can take one out at 90, let the other one go full expiration. Then let's see what happened at 3 p.m. At the daily strike, again, it closed around the same level of the expiration here. So you had here the second full profit, or on the other hand, you can probably take profit here on the daily strike on the second high. So this is another scenario of how to make this strategy work for you if you do an exchange-based binary options. And let's go ahead and go to the second scenario, excuse me, here, when we had the second setup coming up here. So our entry was in this candle, right? Because it crossed above it, the momentum went above the 0 line. So this will be our strike, the 920. 920 strike, the timestamp is 12:15. So 12:15 is going to be 3 p.m. We already know that 3 p.m. closed in the money in this case. Right here, take profit probably would have been here, anywhere here. And if you want to go even to the daily strike, which is 7 p.m., sorry. So the 7 p.m. ended up here. And the take profit probably, again, would have been around the same area here. So you have another 2 wins. So it's like 4 wins in one day, one session. That's great. If you open only one contract, we're talking about probably more or less about $200 profit. And that's how you do the Forex momentum strategy on a exchange base. Now let's go over to basically offshore binary options, which I'm not a fan of, but I know a lot of people do it. A lot of you traders are still kind of behind there with the offshore binary options. So I'm gonna give an example here. Basically, it's not different than the exchange-based binary option. I'm not sure why I kind of erased the drawing, but we already know that the entry is going to be here. I'm still giving the same example. Entry is going to be here. That will be your entry point. And because the only difference is that you can't really take out the profit on the like exchange-based binary option. So you just have to wait till expiration. You know that the expiration of this buy was here at 10 a.m. And you know that we had another entry here on this candle, and you're gonna get it till 3 p.m. and we already know that the 3 p.m. ended up here. So that's again 2 winning trade on one trading session, and that's how powerful basically the Forex momentum is here. I really hope you enjoyed it. I showed you how to do this strategy on Forex, how to trail your stop. This is the most important thing when it comes to Forex trading. Trailing your stop, get out halfway in profit, trail your stop to the entry point so you won't lose a dime, okay? Make sure you don't even lose the fees of the broker you're using. And then you know already that you got out with the profit. And if the market is reversing on you, there is no loss, basically. And then let it run to the second. That's how you do money management, okay? Same with exchange-based binary options. You take out and take profit. Always you said take profit. When you click the buy or the sell button and you open the ticket, you always less than a minute later, you go and open the buy, the take profit. Okay, I would say, not suggestion, but my personal preference is 90 take profit on a buy or 10 take profit on a sell. And with an offshore binary options, you can't really manage the money. Just make sure you don't risk too much of your balance. Again, it all comes to money management at the bottom end. Like we wrote in the article a few days ago on our blog, tradingmadeeasy.org. You can see that we love the 6% rule. Don't risk more than 6% of your balance. Don't try to trade to pay the bills. All of that. And once you follow it, 99% you'll be golden. There is, just try to illuminate the emotions. And yeah, that's it. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to give them a thumbs up or a comment or both, and check out our new and official store with the description, link in the description below. And yeah, we're giving now a general 15% for everybody who wants, using promo code promo15. It will be written in the description as well. And we're still drawing every night additional promo codes, so you can basically get up to 40% off on all our services and products. So I hope you had fun, and see you in the next video, hopefully in the courses and in our services. Take care, guys.